Guys, imagine this. You're ordering a coffee at a local cafe in English, and suddenly a union minister tells the nation that people who speak English will soon feel ashamed. Really? What next? Welcome to the India's new twisted reality, where speaking a global language apparently needs an apology. Today, we are going to call out the nonsense in pure, clean, proudly spoken English. Hello, friends. I am Seshidhar. I can speak Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, and a bit of Hindi. But I chose to speak in the global language, English, in this video. And you know the reason why. Yes, today's topic is not just controversial, it's personal for crores of Indians, including me. Our Honorable Home Minister Amit Shah ji recently made a bold statement. I would rather call it a bad statement. On June 19, 2025, at a book launch event in New Delhi, Home Minister Amit Shah ji said, in our lifetime, we will see a country where English speaking people will feel ashamed. A society like that is not too far away. He further added, only Indian languages can fully reflect our culture, values, and history. Foreign languages like English are incomplete in this regard. This wasn't a casual comment at a wedding, it was a public statement on live record. Let's be clear, this is not just about words. This is about the identity, jobs, global connection, and most of all, respect. Because his statements indicates that people who speak English are somehow less patriotic. They are betraying Indian values. English is foreign, half-baked, and shameful. If that's the case, then millions of Indians, including some of the brightest minds in this country, should sit quietly and feel guilty. Because we studied, worked, and communicated in English. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Let's step back for a second. India is multilingual country. We have 22 official languages and over 19,000 dialects. There is no one official language, not one. You know what? That's our strength. Now, English is not just a leftover from British. It has evolved into something uniquely Indian. We have turned it into our own spicy mix, Indian English. In reality, English is now the language of global business, the medium of higher education, the backbone of India's tech industry. And it's the connection point between states with different languages, the doorway to international collaboration. If English is shameful, then so half our economy is, and most of our science, research, and innovation also, which makes this comment not just wrong but dangerous. Frankly speaking, people are not speaking English to sound rich or elite. They are doing it to survive, to succeed, to get jobs, to build their futures. That guy answering tech support from a Bengaluru cubicle at 2 a.m., he speaks English so his family can eat. That girl from a small town who got a full scholarship to study abroad, she speaks English because she dared to dream beyond their village school. That startup founder from Hyderabad pitching to a German investor, he speaks English because it's the only common ground. And I speak English because it changed my life. Let me tell you something personal. My mother tongue is Telugu, and I grew up speaking Telugu at home. I still do. And I'm extremely proud of my mother tongue. But I also speak English, and I'm proud of that too. Because it helped me get a job in the IT industry. It gave me a career. Because of English, I made friends from different parts of India and the world. Just because I can speak English, does that mean that I don't love Telugu? Or I love Telugu less? No, not at all. Speaking two or more languages is not betrayal. It's a gift. It's a superpower. It's an advantage. I can pray in Telugu, crack jokes in English, and argue in both languages. That's what being Indian looks like today. Now, coming to the statement made by our Honorable Home Minister, I'm not here to insult anyone. I believe in dignity. But at the same time, I must tell the truth. Dear Amit Shah ji, your intention to promote our Indian languages is truly noble. And we wholeheartedly agree that protecting our culture and celebrating our languages is essential. But by saying that those who speak English should feel ashamed, you have insulted millions of Indians who build their lives through this language. You may not realize it, but your words have consequences. Because of your statement, many people in the country may feel inferior, targeted, and even mocked. And worst of all, this can deepen the class and caste divide. Because for many people, English was the only ladder out of poverty. Sir, we deserve better. Sir, do you know how many countries in this world use English as a working language? Over 70 countries officially use English in government, business, and education. That includes not just UK or US, but South Africa, the Philippines, and many other countries. In the United Nations, English is one of the 6 official languages. At Google, the internal meetings run in English. At the Olympics, Announcements are made in English. Even global air traffic communication is conducted in English. So, what exactly are we ashamed of? That we learned a skill that 150 crore people use worldwide? Or because we made our children future ready by teaching them the most widely spoken language globally? For your information, that's not a shame. That's an achievement. Your statement is like saying, I learned swimming in a swimming pool, but now I feel guilty because our ancient Indians preferred rivers. Make no sense. Sir, please understand, we don't speak English to impress the West, if that's your perception. We speak it to survive in India itself. We all are proud Indians, just like you or any other Indians. Friends, language is very powerful. It can unite, it can even divide. In India, the divide is already sharp. English medium versus vernacular medium education. Private schools versus government schools. Urban privilege versus rural access. Now, if a top leader says that speaking English is something to be ashamed of, guess what happens? The divide widens. The shame spreads downward. Students who are finally proud of learning English now feel confused. Let's not do that. Let's not turn a communication tool into a weapon of division. Okay, let's talk numbers now. India's IT exports cross 17 lakh crores annually. Not just one or two, more than 17 lakh crores. Companies like Infosys, TCS, Wipro, Tech Mahindra, all these companies run on one fuel, English communication skill. Need a proof? Open LinkedIn, look at the top 100 job posts. 98 of them will require good spoken English, email drafting skills, presentation fluency, international client handling, etc. Now tell me, if English becomes shameful, what happens to the 50 lakh IT workers, BPO jobs, global consulting, freelancers? It's like cutting our own legs and proudly shouting, we are still walking. Now let's talk about the students. From UPSC aspirants to the engineering toppers, from PhD scholars to the journalists, everyone knows this. English is the primary language of opportunity. Top entrance exams have English sections. The research papers are peer reviewed in English. Most quality academic material is in English. If we tell students that English is shameful, they will lose confidence, lose chances, lose race before even it begins. We cannot afford to do that to our next generation. Let me share a few quick stories with you. Ravi from Warangal. He really struggled with English. He failed interviews for 2 years. Then he spent 8 months learning grammar, watching English videos, practicing day and night. Now he works in a product based company and supports his entire family. Do you think he feels ashamed? No, he feels proud, as he should. Another story is about a girl called Muthulakshmi from Tamil Nadu. Her parents couldn't afford a fancy private school, but she learned English on her own using YouTube videos. She now works remotely for a Canadian company. She speaks Tamil with her parents and English with her clients. Both languages give her strength. There are many stories like this. India is not a country that forces uniformity. It celebrates choice. You can pray in your language, you can love in your language, you can work in your language, and you can speak any language. As long as it helps you grow, connect, build, and express. If someone feels more confident in English, good for them. If someone prefers Tamil, Telugu, Bengali, wonderful. The beauty lies in freedom. That's what our constitution gives us. That's what our culture stands for. So this is what we should do. Let's not scream, let's not disrespect, but we push back politely, firmly, clearly. We say, don't shame people for the language they speak. Don't label global skills as anti-national. Don't confuse pride in local languages with hate for global ones. We can respect Indian languages and embrace global ones. It's not either or, but it's both. To anyone who thinks we should be ashamed of speaking English, I say this. We are not ashamed. We are empowered. We are global Indians rooted in our mother tongues and communicate in the world's language. We are proud of our regional identity. And we are equally proud of our ability to communicate, collaborate, and contribute globally. That's the real face of modern India. Our identity today is multi-layered. I'm Telugu by birth, Indian by nationality, global by connection, and English speaking by necessity. Does that make me confused? No, it makes me complete. We are not just the children of single culture. We are the product of multiple forces. Regional traditions, colonial past, economic realities, technological advancements, global trends, all these things shape us. English is not the enemy. It's a result of where the world is headed. Let's not fight the current. Let's learn to swim better. If someone says to you, you should only speak Indian languages because English is for colonized minds, you can politely tell them, a colonized mind is the one that hates itself. Learning more languages is expansion, not slavery. If English helps a poor students get a job, that's progress, not pollution. Pride in your language doesn't mean you reject another. It just means you know your roots. Instead of saying, I feel guilty for speaking English, say this. I speak English fluently and I speak my mother tongue proudly. I'm the bridge, not the problem. We are not colonized. We are not confused. We are composed and we are the future. In 2025, this is what a modern Indian look like. Fluent in more than one language and confident with both roots and reach. There is no shame here, only evolution. To the people who feel unsure after hearing comments like English speaking people will feel ashamed, hear this loud and clear. Don't let anyone define your pride. You can be deeply Indian and speak English fluently. You can wear a kurta and write code in Python. You can recite a Sanskrit verse and upload a pitch deck on Canva. You are not divided. You are diverse, not ashamed, but awake. If this message spoke to you, here is what you can do. Comment below and tell me what's your language story. Like this video if you believe in bilingual strength. And finally, let's build a future where speaking English is not betrayal, but a badge of being truly Indian and truly global. Jai Hind.